War. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Thank you guys for coming back. I feel really united right now as this threat of World War III looming is just got everyone and me scared. Today, I'm making this video. I usually make one video a week, but this week I'll make two for this big of a deal. A lot of people are really worried about possible World War III happening, and I don't blame them. It's very plausible. Things have happened in the past that were really minor and they turned into huge events. So it makes sense that with all the tensions going on in the world right now, people would be really worried that World War III is gonna happen. Today, I'm making this video for you, tell you that you do have options here, okay? And I'm gonna give you 6 or 7 or 8 that is gonna help you. My first tip for avoiding the draft when World War III happens. When it happens, not if, when. You need to take 2 straws, hike off into the woods somewhere nice. Put these straws into your nose and bury yourself underground. Now, they'll never be able to find you, obviously. That's not the question here. The real question is, how are you gonna survive being buried for the entirety of this war? Well, I've come up with a plan, a really, really good plan. Seriously, guys. I'll show you the schematic and then I'll explain it. As your body sits in the ground, the soil and water that are already in the ground, like the dirt and the water and all the nutrients, they just start seeping into your skin. You don't have to drink the water or anything like that. It just goes into your body and you get all the nutrients that way. It's fine, it works, trust me. I took an entry-level environmental science class and the professor told me it was that way, and so I believe it. Tip number 2, this is a good one. Show up to your draft appointment and cover half of your face just like this. When they ask to see your identification card, the picture on the card won't match your face and they'll turn you away. Actually, they won't just turn you away, they'll arrest you for probably thinking you're a spy or something like that, and you'll end up in prison. Once you get to prison, study accounting. And then once you know accounting really well, start doing tax breaks and other illegal activities for the prison guards, and they'll let you out of jail that way. Trust me, I've seen it in a movie and it definitely worked out. Tip number 3, have you ever heard of parkour? Yeah, I knew you had. Parkour, or basically adults running around on buildings like they're jungle gyms, is a relatively new sport to the world. And considering it's a very, very dangerous sport, everyone's gotta start somewhere. So getting hurt is actually very normal. On your first parkour attempt, trip down the stairs or fall off a roof. You'll be rendered unfit to serve due to your severely broken back and your inability to walk. I mean, anyways, isn't it better than going off to fight in a war? This brings us to number 4, the classic fleeing the country scenario. Well, back in the day during Vietnam, it might have been really easy for our hippie boomer parents to run across the borders, but nowadays it's not the same. Although this option might not be as feasible once Mexico and Canada build walls around the United States because they realize we started World War III, it's still an option, you know? There's still other places you can go. You can go to North Korea, you can go to Chechnya, you can go to any third world country you want to. Anywhere. Just avoid the bombs and the things like that, because typically it's countries with less power during these wars that tend to be affected the most. Just buy a plane ticket to another country, somewhere tropical, somewhere secluded. Trust me, I've never done this before. Before you get on the plane, make sure you limit your carry-on of clear fluid to 3 fluid ounces. Number 5, fuse your DNA with that of a chameleon. When the soldiers come to your house to pick you up for not coming to your draft appointment for World War III, wrap yourself in clear plastic saran wrap. Open the door, they won't see you because you have fused your DNA with that of a chameleon. Saran wrap is clear, chameleons are clear. Hop out the back door and you'll be fine. You won't have to go to war. Number 6, my final tip is build a rocket. Build a rocket out of simple things like PVC pipe, matches, and Gorilla Glue. Have a trustworthy friend once the rocket's all set up and ready to launch. Freeze you in ice or carbonite or something like that. Write Millennium Falcon on the side and launch yourself off into space. Okay, there are so many planets and worlds out there that I guarantee you a Mandalorian bounty hunter would be more than happy to pick you up from and take you back to somewhere and sell you. It's better than going to war. Remember this, all of these options are better than war. Well, now that we've cleared that up, guys, I just wanted to give you those tips, you know. It's a very feasible thing. So in conclusion, remember my tips and trust me on these things, because war is not the best option for the world. We didn't learn from World War I, we didn't learn from World War II, we didn't learn from Vietnam War, we didn't learn from the Iraq wars. We didn't learn from any war in history. We will learn nothing from a World War III. And although I get the excitement surrounding it from you young bucks out there, since I'm outside of the draft age, I'm not as worried. But I do want to contribute to the effort by giving you all the knowledge that you need to know in order to avoid this horrible conflict. Thanks for checking in. Be sure to like and subscribe, guys, because I'm going to have more stuff coming out for you soon. Be sure to slap that like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for coming back.